Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, because currently we are very close to actually invalidating this bearish breakout pattern that we have been taking a look at over the past couple weeks. Now, initially, when we broke down, we got about a 10 to 11% move to the downside, but since then we have actually confirmed a bullish divergence at about 78,000 in the Bitcoin price. In the case that you don't know, a bullish divergence is when you have lower lows in the Bitcoin price and higher lows in the RSI momentum indicator. And typically when we get a bullish divergence, it means that we are getting a break from all of this bearish price action that we saw here recently. So either in the form of some choppy sideways price action or potentially some bullish momentum. And the bullish momentum is what we have seen so far, getting about an 8% move to the upside. However, right now we are at a very important moment in time. Currently, we're obviously trading sideways on this weekend here for now. However, I think we are very close to actually getting an answer from the market. Are we actually going to be invalidating this bearish breakout pattern by getting 4-hour candle closes above this 85.5K level, in which case we have to cross off this 69K price target? And I do think that this could be bullish for Bitcoin in the relatively short term as well, because once this is invalidated, the market is likely going to reprice higher after that as well, potentially to this descending line of resistance that Bitcoin has been trading below for a very long time at this point. And as you guys know, my expectation on the daily time frame is that if we actually break this descending trend line here, likely we are going to get much higher price action for Bitcoin once again. In terms of the analysis on the 1-day time frame, right here, we also have a bullish divergence confirmed in the charts. And this is basically what we saw play out over the last couple of days. In my last video, I also talked about this ascending trend line as something to keep an eye on, where, for example, if we now break below this ascending trend line, first of all, it means that we would invalidate this specific bullish divergence on the 1-day time frame. So potentially that could be bearish. However, if we actually break out above this descending line in the RSI, that could be another bullish signal for Bitcoin here. But as soon as we break above both, this could be a strong confirmation that likely we are getting further momentum to the upside for Bitcoin after that. Likely we are going to get an answer of where the momentum is heading next before March 25th. So that's in about 10 days from when I'm recording this video. So guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with notifications on so you do not miss any of these important update videos, because within the next couple days here, we are going to get an answer from the market if we are going to get a big move to the upside or to the downside next. Something to potentially keep an eye on the 2-hour time frame is this ascending triangle pattern, because technically speaking, this has already broken out to the upside, and the price target for this pattern is about 89,000 in the Bitcoin price. And do not confuse yourself with trying to understand all of this in the same context, because the signals are wildly different depending on which time frame you are looking at. So again, make sure you understand the difference between the different time frames. One time frame could be looking bullish, while another time frame is simultaneously looking more bearish. It just depends which time frame you're looking at. Okay, so hopefully I made that point clear. Now, the point of invalidation for this bullish breakout here is 83.7K in the Bitcoin price. If we get 2-hour candle closes below this, likely this pattern will be invalidated. So that is something to potentially look out for. Either way, let's move on to the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. First of all, on the 1-month time frame, right now we have massive liquidity to the upside, for example, sitting around this 100K level for Bitcoin. But you can see as well that there's a bunch of liquidity around this 96K level, and even a lot of liquidity around this 85K level, all the way up to 87,000. My point being, there is a lot of liquidity to the upside. So in the case that we really start invalidating that bearish breakout pattern and continue to see these bullish divergences play out, potentially see this pattern start to play out to the upside towards this 89K level as well, while simultaneously we have a bunch of gaps to the upside For example, at around 87K, we have another gap at around 95K, and there's even a gap sitting at 105,000 in the Bitcoin price. So again, once we start breaking out above that descending line of resistance, this could go pretty quick here, guys. Obviously, this drawing that I just made is not my call or prediction, but yes, you get my point. If we're looking on the 3-day time frame, so we're zooming into the much lower time frames now, there is liquidity on both sides, and this is very typical for Bitcoin when we are trading sideways on a weekend. You will get a lot of people piling into long positions as well as people piling into short positions. So right now there is liquidity below the current price, sitting at around 83.4K, 82.5K, and even as low as about 80,000 in the Bitcoin price. So potentially we could be seeing the price get attracted to that. But either way, for now, Bitcoin is just making higher highs and higher lows. So this is a bullish structure. Even if we were to get a bit of downside and bouncing from this ascending trend line once again, this would still continue to be a bullish type of structure. So it is good to be aware of that structure being there at the moment. Either way, this has been today's market update. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.